Thank you. I ran cross country and track because my wrestling coach was also the track and cross country coach. So I was I gained a habit of running, and I enjoy it now because I still run, and it's not very often that I have a pickup game of wrestling with anyone. So running is a lifelong hobby, and but I was always the master of the middle. I was never fast, but I was happy never to be last. So anyway, I don't, and I think when it comes to speaking, I'm probably not going to quite speak as fast as Coach Haisa either. But it's so good to be here. Thank you for all of you coming out to help in this celebration and of scouting and what we really have accomplished and what we have yet to accomplish. So in order for me to think about and share with you the future of scouting, I think many of you have probably watched TED Talks or heard of Simon Sinek, and he has said before you do anything about selling what you have to sell or planning out what you're planning to do, you start with why. And so that's what I'm going to do today, is start with the why. He says that nobody buys from you what you are doing, or that nobody really cares about the what, but what people buy is your why. And so the why for scouting, I think, can be encapsulated in a short video clip that about one of our Eagle Scouts that just epitomizes what it really means to be a scout and what we are all about in preparing young people for the rest of their lives. Coach Haisa talked about his sons and what they have become and what they've accomplished. Here's one more example of our why.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed delegates of the American Legion Auxiliary, and Sons of the American Legion, I stand before you today profoundly grateful and humbled to be selected as the American Legion Eagle Scout of the Year. My gratitude is not just for this award and your gracious hospitality this week, but also for the opportunity to explore the deeper connections between scouting, the American Legion, and our veterans. As Eagle Scouts, we fill a role rather than a rank. Our mission was carved out by our founder of the scouting movement, Lord Baden-Powell, and has been passed down through every Eagle Scout who's come before me. Lord Powell wrote, "It's the spirit within, not the veneer without, that makes a man." And that the trail to Eagle composes our spirits into something recognizable worldwide, irrespective of our color, creed, and class. I'm called here today to preserve that spirit and its legacy, not just as the Eagle Scout of the Year, but as a reminder of our organization's shared mission. Recognizing these mutual goals after its founding in 1919, one of the first acts of the American Legion was to formalize its support of the Boy Scouts of America at the first National Convention. Since then, Legionnaires have devoted their service-learned skills and experiences as veterans to help build character and positive traits in our country's youth. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to witness this continued devotion to fostering leadership, community engagement, and patriotism through this convention. Most of all, I would like to thank my family, though. Today's honor holds a special significance as my father is a fellow Eagle Scout and a Legionnaire. He's been a guiding light, both within and beyond the scouting realm, instilling in me the shared values of our organizations, such as the importance of selfless service and unwavering dedication. I'm about to embark on the next chapter of my journey as I begin studying mechanical engineering at Northwestern University. I'm determined to uphold the exemplary standards set by my father, his fellow Legionnaires, and the remarkable lineage of Eagle Scouts who precede me. Once again, thank you so much for making this generous investment in my future and for naming me as your American Legion Eagle Scout of the Year. Thank you.
And we have the pleasure of having Jackson's dad here with us, who Jackson was proud to brag about, so we can brag about him too. So Jackson, right here from Walla Walla, selected among Eagle Scouts throughout the country to be recognized by the American Legion. And Walla Walla is truly a special place because of the leaders that take such care to help guide the youth in scouting and throughout the community. And when we talk about the future of scouting here in Walla Walla, it's good to think about the why and the kinds of leaders that we are helping to build together in this community. As the Blue Mountain Council and as in scouting generally, these past few years have been very, very tough. I mean, we've encountered some of the biggest challenges that we could have imagined having to face, but the nice thing is that's all behind us, and the future is very, very bright. So from this point forward, we've actually taken advantage of those challenges that we've had to deal with these past several years to really focus on the future and what we would need to do as we came out of some of these big challenges, including the pandemic, the national bankruptcy, having one of our largest partners part ways and have our membership decline. But all of that has set the stage for us to be stronger. And so one of our biggest things that we began focusing on is, okay, if for the future, we need to figure out how to grow scouting again. And for the past couple of years, we have incrementally begun to show that growth. And now the next step is to take big steps and to start to grow in significant ways. So how are we going to grow? Well, a lot of that is going to come down to figuring out how to connect with parents in new and different ways. Historically, we've just relied on handing out flyers in schools and having parents just know that scouting is the thing to do. Well, families are so much busier these days than they've ever been, and so connecting with families is a little bit trickier. But we have partnered with councils who have found the secrets to getting that word out with today's technology and social media and that kind of thing. So we have a council neighboring council headquartered in Portland, the Cascade Pacific Council, that has piloted a program for a couple of years and has shown great results through that, and they've agreed to partner with us in expanding what they're doing to help us get the word out better about joining Scouts. But that's just one thing. I mean, marketing can help with that growth, but we need to continue to have quality programs that kids will want to participate in. We're fortunate to have a Troop 305 and a Pack 306 and a Pack 309 and a Latino club, Post 311, that really, I mean, we don't have a ton of units, but the units that we have in this area are the best, and they have a program that does draw a lot of interest. And so we need to keep that quality going high. I neglected to mention that we recently started in Waitsburg a boy troop, and we have a couple of girls that have joined as well out there, and so we have begun to expand in this area already, but there's just so much more that we are going to be able to do. So that quality program, when you've got units that are making the front page of Scout Life magazine, and then it just really makes it so much easier to recruit families to be a part of something that's that vibrant. So finally, if we're going to do all of this, it's just going to take a little bit more community support and funding to help us raise the funds that are needed to get that word out and to continue to support the quality programs that we have. So we will continue to make that effort to get past alumni and Scouters and more families to see the value of supporting all that we have going on for our youth. And it's going to be a great adventure, and these next 100 years are going to be fantastic. Thank you so much for being here, and I think that's my 6 minutes. I didn't quite do as fast as Coach Hysaw, but we're done. Thank you.